This is India's pride and joy. A fighter jet built with the entire nation's resources, hailed as the pinnacle of fourth-generation aircraft. But after 30 years in development, their own military rejected it, citing that its performance fell short of expectations. On November 21, 2025, in the skies over Dubai, what should have been its moment to shine on the world stage turned into the most catastrophic curtain call for this long-troubled Tejas. India's decades of embarrassment all came crashing down at once. This is Make's channel. Today's star is the LCA Tejas. Just days ago at the Dubai Airshow, an Indian-made Tejas fighter jet crashed during a flight demonstration. Looking at the flight details, we noticed that during the final maneuver, white smoke shot out from the exhaust nozzle. It appears the engine experienced a compressor stall and lost power. The plane couldn't pull up and went down. This happened in front of the entire world. What's worse, the pilot failed to eject successfully. This has undoubtedly destroyed Hindustan Aeronautics' dreams of going international. $1.7 billion in R&D investment ended in tragedy. Before the airshow, they were hyping up their Tejas fighter jet, calling it a top-tier aircraft. They claimed it could take on the J-20 and kick the Su-57 to the curb. They said multiple countries were interested, and even the US had its eye on it. The export price? Just $70 million. Talk about blowing your own horn, but reality slapped them right in the face. Its scrap value is maybe $120. 30 years of development for this. As the world's most troubled fighter jet, how did the Tejas manage to become an international laughingstock step by step? Back in 1983, India ambitiously launched the LCA Light Combat Aircraft program. There were three main reasons for this. First, Pakistan had acquired American F-16s, putting India under serious air pressure. Second, the Indian Air Force's massive fleet of MiG-21s was outdated and desperately needed replacement. Third, Hindustan Aeronautics had been assembling MiG-21s since the 1960s, and later assembled British Hunters and Soviet Su-7s as well. With technical experience, manpower, and money, how hard could building a fighter jet be? Well, the dream was beautiful, but reality was harsh. From project approval in 1983 to official service in 2016, it took a whopping 33 years. To put that in perspective, the Soviet Union still existed when this project started. They aimed to be a generation ahead of the world. By the time it was finished, they were 2 generations behind. The main reason for this disaster was India's weak aviation industry foundation. Even though Lockheed Martin from the US and Dassault from France came to help, many key technologies remained in foreign hands. Although India markets the Tejas as a domestic fighter, in reality, it's basically a Frankenstein of parts from around the world. Originally, India wanted to develop its own cavalry engine. After decades of failure, they had no choice but to use General Electric's F404 engine. The core avionics system relies on processors from Collins in the US, fire control radar from ELTA in Israel, and electronic warfare systems from Thales in France. The ejection seat comes from Martin Baker in the UK. Even the wing design was done with French help. Over 40 critical subsystems have to be imported. India basically just slapped on the outer shell. As for which generation it belongs to, it's like a beggar's guild picking their elder. Whatever generation they say it is, that's what it is. Whatever others claim, they claim too. The stronger the opponent, the stronger they get. It's like an automatic performance upgrade. But when you look at the actual specs, the weaknesses are painfully obvious. The Tejas has a maximum range of only about 1,700 kilometers. Its combat radius is a pathetic 350 to 500 kilometers. It barely takes off before it needs to refuel. Maximum payload is only about 3.5 tons, while the J-10C carries 7 tons. That's double. The Tejas is clearly outgunned. Maximum G load is only 5.5 G, while the J-10C can pull 9 G. In a dogfight, it can only take hits passively. The outcome is pretty obvious. At this level, a noodle factory in Shandong could probably build something better. Over the past 40 years, the Indian Air Force has crashed about 2,000 aircraft of various types. Almost every aircraft model in the world has met its end in India. The main problem is maintenance. Once a plane enters Hindustan Aeronautics repair shop, it's like it's been cursed. The repair is complete. Now where do we put these leftover parts? After the Indian soul engineers work their magic, the crash rate skyrockets. Ironically, their famous Tejas stayed safe because it spent 40 years on paper. As long as I don't fly, I can't crash. Maybe in another 60 years, the Tejas will finally be mature. But by then, what's flying in the sky won't be fighter jets anymore, but space battleships.